How's everybody doing? It's Joe here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a deck analysis of Straight Zoroark. If you watched Woopercast last week, you will know that I said that this was my pick for US Nationals, and yeah, nobody played it. Apart from Frank Diaz, who went undefeated in Swiss Day 1, and then did not make it out of Swiss Day 2, unfortunately. But hey, it does mean there is some merit to my madness. Quick thing before we get into this. First of all, annotation on screen to skip directly to the games, fair enough. The deck analysis, I mean, the meta's kind of over now. Like, the Worlds is the next major tournament we have coming up, and Steam Siege is going to be legal for that. So we're kind of moving into a new period where it's kind of redundant going over these decks now, but I'm still going to cover it just because it's still recent, it's still fresh in our heads. And hey, it's a lot of fun to play, and it's got a lot of answers for decks, and it could still be good come Worlds. But yeah, back on about Steam Siege coming legal and about how now we really need to turn our focus to decks involving Steam Siege. I think that's what I want to do myself, and obviously I can't use PTCGO to show off decks on Steam Siege until the set is actually released. So I'm going to try and start doing some real life deck profiles with proxies and stuff like that, because I still want to practice and still want to get the meta sorted out in my head, obviously before the tournament begins. I'm going to try and set up some real life games. I'm going to really look into it and see what I can do and set that up, because it's something I definitely want to start doing as well. And record some games with some friends so we can show off what we've been practicing with and what we think is good and what we think is bad. But yeah, enough about that. For now, we'll be talking about Stray Zoroark, and obviously we all know what Zoroark does at this point. He's a really good card. Ability's great, attack's great. And in this deck, we run Giovanni's Scheme, we run Muscle Man, we run Reverse Valley. Even Target Whistle is a damage modifier for this guy. We have so many ways of making Maniac do an awful lot of damage. So that's why we can afford to make a 4-4 line of him as our main focus. This is the correct Zorua. Moonless Madness is a fantastic attack. Whiny Voice is not. Run this guy. He is way better. That's all I wanted to say on the Zorua. Moonless Madness will win you games. I swear to God. And we're also running one Zoroark BREAK. This guy's... I mean, his influence is different depending on the meta, because it's so matchup dependent. So there are some decks where you need this guy. Against some decks you just absolutely don't need him. Against Greninja he's good because you can copy Shadow Stitching. Against Giratina he's good because you can copy Chaos Wheel. Even against Wailord, Foul Play is pretty good. And actually against Mega Sceptile he's pretty good too. Largely because of the extra HP, means Mega Sceptile can't actually knock out your Zoroark in one hit, and you actually survive an extra turn. So yeah, the 140 HP actually does put you out of range of a couple of things. So it's nice just to have the one. Time-wise, I'd have it on 2. But I think given what the meta is shaping up to look like right now, I can afford to cut one. This is a list that is not prepared for Greninja, by the way, because if anyone watched US Nationals, you'll know that that thing bombed. If you are preparing for Greninja, up it to 2, run another Hex Maniac, and you should be okay. I've seen people win it that way anyway. Running one Yveltal EX, this is something I didn't have in the deck until recently. It kind of provides an answer for a lot of the new decks that have been cropping up, like Darkrai Giratina. This guy can kind of run through. Against Toadina, which came second, of course, Yveltal EX is good. Against Waterbox, Yveltal EX is also very good. Even against Vespiquen, a lot of people don't realize this, but this guy's a pretty annoying to deal with for Vespiquen players. 170 HP is a big number. The Vespiquen doesn't actually hit till later on. And also, Evil Ball is able to consistently one-shot it, as is Y-Cyclone. So yeah, the only thing this guy really isn't good against is Night March, thanks to this lovely lightning weakness and this big EX symbol up here. You're not going to have a good time. But hey, if you can avoid playing him or discarding him against Night March, you should be fine. I think we can get away with just the one copy. Also going to have 3 baby Yveltals, the Oblivion Wing one, and of course with Reverse Valley and Muscle Band, Oblivion Wing actually does a lot of damage. It's able to KO Froakie, Combee, Jirachi, Bunnelby, Zorua, all these kind of things right from turn 1. So Oblivion Wing actually does a decent amount of damage. And historically, it's always been very good against Night March. And Night March is still, as it always has been, very popular. So 3 copies is a nice number to run, I think. Especially with Battle Compressors. If we really don't need it, we can get rid of them. So I don't mind running 3. Got the one Fright Knight in here as well. We don't have any tool discard in the whole deck. So Fright Knight is really our only option for that. I think it's a sufficient replacement, though. I really like the ability. Turning off Fury Belts and stuff like that, turning off Spirit Links against Mega decks has a lot of uses. Pitch Black Spear can be powered up super easily too, and this is just an amazingly powerful card. Especially against Trevenant, Fright Knight will actually shut off Weakness Policy and Bursting Balloon. Pitch Black Spear will be consistently 2-shotting it and picking off a Shaymin on the bench, Yeah, this guy's a really nice addition to the deck. If you've never seen Stray Zoroark before, you might be surprised to find the one Druddigon in here, but I quite like it, and if you've ever seen it before, you're going to see it's kind of a staple of the deck at this point. It's just a really powerful non-EX attacker. You're doing 90 damage for Double Colourless energy, with a muscle band that's 110, and Shaymin has 110 HP, so it's kind of a magic number right now. Just against really any matchups, this guy can kind of come out of nowhere and surprise your opponent by doing a chunk of damage that they didn't think they were going to receive. And I think that's kind of a big focus of the deck, is having unpredictable amounts of damage being done, which is why I really like it in the first place. I've been on the receiving end of this guy too many times to not include him myself, so he makes the list very easily. And finally, just 2 Shaymin as a consistency booster. Onto the items, we have 2 Battle Compressor. Serves a couple of different purposes in this deck. First one, we get Darkness Energy in the discard pile for Baby Yveltal to accelerate. We get Supporters in the discard pile because we run a lot of one-offs, and there's actually quite a high supporter count in this deck, so it's nice to have it for that reason. And also, in some matchups, because we're kind of a boxy style deck, sometimes we just don't need some of our attackers. There are matchups where we just don't need Fright Knight, matchups where we just don't need the break, so we can clear our deck of them really early game with the Battle Compressors. I like having the 2 in here as well, because I like hitting it a bit earlier, so 1 count just didn't feel right to me. Got 1 Target Whistle in here. This is just sort of a natural partner with Zoroark to increase its damage. Also just helps us get Shaymins on the board so we can shift prize trades back in our favour against things like Night March. So the whistle really helps. I'd really like 2 actually, but 1's all I can fit in at the moment. We got 4 Trainer's Mail, we got 4 Ultra Ball, 4 VS Seeker, you all know that. 1 AZ and 1 Floatstone is a split I seem to sort of keep coming back to in a lot of different decks. In this one it makes a lot of sense too. It means we can stand in retreat under item lock. It means we can retreat our Fright Knight Yveltal, which is otherwise kind of difficult to do. Can lift Shaymins or Yveltal EXs off the board, which is crucial for a couple of different matchups. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons AZ's in the deck. I don't know, it always seems to come up, of course. And 1 Floatstone as well. I don't normally like committing the Floatstone to Zoroark. I might actually cut this thing entirely, which sounds really stupid. But because Zoroark's our main attacker, we often just want Muscle Band on it instead. So the Floatstone doesn't get anywhere near as much use as it otherwise would. It's really good against Hex Maniac though, if we still want to pivot and we're being ability locked, especially because Garbodor's kind of coming back. The Floatstone becomes a lot more useful as a result. But really, I think the 1-1 split between AZ and 1 Floatstone is fine. Got 1 Giovanni. Like I said, the deck's all about unpredictable damage and coming out of nowhere and destroying Pokemon that your opponent didn't expect to get destroyed. And hey, Giovanni's really good at doing that. Just an extra 20 damage, especially under item lock, can be really helpful. Like if you think about Trevenant, and they're really good at controlling their bench size. If they have 1 Pokemon on the bench and you hit with Zoroark, you're doing 40 because it's 10 plus 30. Then you're doing 20 for a Muscle Band, so that's 60. And then you do 20 more for Giovanni, that's 80. Oh, look, you've just one-shot a Trevenant, and they only have 1 Pokemon on the bench. That's pretty cool. Giovanni lets you pull off plays like that. Hex is just always going to be useful. If you want to beat Greninja, I think you really do have to run a second one of these guys. But obviously Greninja's not super popular right now. It's just useful at shutting off, random abilities that pop in and out. We're seeing Garbodor raising in play a lot for that reason as well, just because there are so many abilities right now. But Hex Maniac is far more splashable, especially for a deck that uses its own ability so much. We got 2 Lysandre. I don't like cutting this down to 1 in anything not named Night March, to be honest. It's the 2 Lysandre will save me time and time again. 2 N, 4 Sycamore, and of course 1 Teammates. This was something I didn't really have in the deck initially, but I put it in a little bit later because I found myself in positions often where I was like, you know what, I want a Teammates right now. And hey, here it is. So it kind of came about as of necessity. Zoroark's got easy enough to knock out, so we get a lot of use out of this guy. Moving on to 3 Reverse Valley. I really liked 3 Reverse Valley. 10 extra damage is, again, adding to the whole unpredictability about how much damage we're doing. Having so many ways to take knockouts is so nice. Combos really well with Oblivion Wing of Yveltal for crazy numbers. You can add damage to Fright Knight of Yveltal where Muscle Band can't. This thing's got a lot of use, I think. The 3 count's quite nice, especially for early game against things like Vespiquen with Oblivion Wing of Yveltal. 3 will really help you out there. 1 Bloodstone, like I said. 3 Muscle Band is just the most straightforward way to increase our damage, so no sense. It'd be nonsense not to run 3 of them. We got 4 double colorless and 5 dark. I think that's a energy count that a lot of people have settled on, myself included. I can't see me raising or decreasing that. So yeah, that's the deck. Other options, Xerath's quite nice. I'm not sure if it's 100% necessary when we have Fury Belt. Sorry, I mean Fright Night Yveltal. And I actually cut it for the teammates, and I think this has been a big improvement for me so far. So yeah, I don't think Xerath is super necessary. You could run an extra target whistle. I don't know what you'd even cut for it though. I really like having 2 target whistles because I feel with one, sometimes you play a game and you don't actually get a chance to use it when you would like to. But hey, it still ends up being useful more often than not. So, and I definitely want to run at least one. So that's why there is one in here in the first place. But anyway, we're going to do things a little differently today, and because I'm running low on time and I don't want to have to render anything, we're going to go straight into the game. I'm going to save everything to make sure that I didn't do anything stupid. And we're going to go straight into the game live from my laptop. My new laptop, by the way. I did resolve all my computer issues that I mentioned last podcast, so thankfully we're back in business. And hopefully the video quality should be a little bit nicer as a result. I missed the energy symbols at the bottom corner, but it looked like there were quite a few of them. So, again, no idea what I'm coming up against. I'm not even going to try and guess, but we do win the coin flip, and we will go first. The deck doesn't really have any bad starters per se. Like even Druddigon, because of stand-in, because it's just so good, we're able to actually... it doesn't really matter what we start with, because we can always get the Zoroark in the active spot to follow on. So that's nice. This looks like a pretty good hand. We're going to need to Shaymin. And now you see kind of why I like having 2 target whistles, because I'm going to have to get rid of one here, because I need to Shaymin. Do I get rid of the Druddigon or the Zorua? I could get rid of the Muscle Man and the target whistle. I think the target whistle at least has to go. I don't like the idea of getting rid of Muscle Man so early on. I think I'm going to get rid of the Druddigon. Sorry, pal. And yeah, we're going to have to grab Shaymin. Just do a quick deck check. 4 VS Seeker. 4 Sycamore. Giovanni's there. The Lysandre's there. Looks like all of our one-offs are there. We're missing a Double Colourless. We're missing a Dark. Yeah, it's looking okay, though. Is Fright Night in the deck? No, Fright Night is prized as well. That's fine, though. More often than not, we don't need it. Yeah, we'll take Shaymin. Sure, I'll commit the Double Colourless now. Why not? Yeah. I can't see a Lysandre kill coming straight off the bat, so... And if they are, it'll be the Shaymin they're targeting. Okay, well, we'll Trainer's Mail. I think I might take this opportunity to AZ. I'm in a really good position. My hand looks really great, so I don't mind actually using the AZ to pick up the Shaymin right now. Like, I'm not super aggressive when I play this deck. I've got all I need. All I need to hit next turn is Zoroark, and I'm good to go. Like, so I'm kind of comfortable actually just doing this. Yeah, and I like forcing full-on 6 prize games, so this plays into my strategy pretty well. Not going to commit the Muscle Band just yet. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And in the event of a knockout, hey, we got teammates. So, Battle Compressor, please don't tell me this is Vespiquen Vileplume. Please don't tell me I played conservatively against Vespiquen Vileplume. Oh my god, it's Archie's Omastar. Oh my god, it's Archie's Omastar. Yes. This deck is fantastic, and I'm really sad that people aren't picking up on it. I've really refined. I've been working on it tons, actually. I've refined the list that I showed off about a month ago now, and I've actually got one really, really good. That's been working well for me. More setup shenanigans. Yep, setup. Often in this deck, you just kind of drop a Shaymin and leave it there because you need to lower your hand size for the Archie. Interesting that she's playing N. I definitely did not play N in my list. You do not have the room, I don't think. And I missed what she took. Well, fantastic work, me. Okay, back on. Interesting to see if she's running Zoroark. The two key cards for me in the deck are Zoroark and Escape Rope. So it'll be interesting. Like, honestly, I don't know how you could play the deck without the two. I didn't even have Escape Rope in the original video I did. If you're playing it, take out the Float Stone from my original video, put in a Zoroark. Put in an Escape Rope, I mean. It's saved me so many times with it. And honestly, this deck does have loads of good matchups, and there is the Zoroark, actually. Teammates as well? Wow, this is a really cloggy Archie. I can't see this being super consistent with Teammates and N in it. So, interesting to see what she gets here from the Trainer's Mail. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten rid of both of the Archies unless she's running a third or a fourth one. Looks like VS Seeker that she got there. Yeah, I really would leave an Archie in there. Unless she already had Seeker in hand, but she didn't because we just saw that she Trainer's Mailed for it. And she's going to end. See, we're not getting it. This is why you don't run, like, N and Teammates and... Too cloggy, but I appreciate the effort. I really appreciate the people who are playing this deck. And by people, I mean me and you. Oh, no. No! What is going on? What is going on? No way! No way! Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. What? What? Okay. I need to compose myself a bit here. What even happened there? Whew. Alright then. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. I could kind of screw with her by pulling up the Shaymin and forcing another Sky Return. Oh man, what even was that? What even was that? Yeah, I think I'm content to Oblivion Wing here. I don't mind the Sycamore, yeah. I think I'll do it. Oh man, what even was that? Old Amber. I actually went through that in the video and I was like, you know what, Old Amber's cool, but it's never going to work. Oh, here we go. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. I'm actually really happy we saw that. So, immediately I'm actually thinking that Zoroark BREAK is going to be pretty good here. Jet Draft, just copy it and we get the KO. And we also put ourselves out of range of Jet Draft. But she's running a pretty cloggy list, so maybe she does have Muscle Band in here. I personally would not recommend it at all. And I don't want to bench Shaymin whatsoever. Because, hey, against this deck, it's suicide. 30, 40. Nah, I don't need to do that just yet. I'm going to Trainer's Mail, try and hit a Battle Compressor. I don't, but I'm going to take the VS Seeker. And we'll just Oblivion Wing. Yeah, no Dark Energy in there, but fine. Oh man, that was hype. Who even needs the Omastar when you've got Old Amber Aerodactyl? I think a lot of people decided not to play Lysandre in this list as well. I'm honestly not sure why at all. It's such a good card. Trainer's Mail, let's see if she is playing Lysandre. And if she is, I guess she'd go after this Zoroark. Oh, don't even tell me. How real is the hype? Oh, she's got the Lysandre. Nice. Okay, that's cool. I can still go into Zoroark BREAK next turn, though, so that's fine by me. And even if she just benches enough Pokemon, I don't even need the break. But she's not going to play the Old Amber, which is very strange. I'm not quite sure why she didn't play the Old Amber. Dark Energy, so we got it, like... And I know the break's in the deck. I'm very comfortable Shaymin here. I don't want to get rid of his Zoroark. I might have to, though. I could get rid of a Double Colourless. It's a ballsy move. If I attach that, we've got one on there. No, I can get rid of a Dark. That's why I should get rid of. I don't know why I didn't even look at that first. I'm gonna get rid of a Dark and a Muscle Band, then evolve. Get the Zoroark break out. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And you go and get Jet Draft. Not very often I Jet Draft when I'm not playing this deck myself, but so we'll stand in. I could N. I could Lysandre, actually. I think I'm going to save that. Yeah, secret. There's a few things I want to do with it. And we'll copy Jet Draft for the knockout. And we get Fright Night. Not really going to be relevant at all here. The 140 HP is great. Like I said, it'll push me out of range. You really shouldn't be running Muscle Band in Aerodactyl. I don't think it's a good card at all for it. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Battle Compressor. If she doesn't bench any Pokemon next turn, I don't think I can actually take the knockout. Which is interesting. I wonder why she didn't play the old Amber last turn. That really confuses me. Seemed like there was no reason not to. You thin your deck of an Aerodactyl if you got lucky. I mean... Let's see what's in the discard. Okay. Oh, is that a Jolteon? This is a very interesting Omastar Aerodactyl list, I'll tell you that. I guess it makes sense because you've got the free retreat. It's kind of how I used Holochip, but... Man, Holochip was really good. Silent Lab. Shutting off your own Shaymins and Unknowns? Risky play. Here's the... Go on. Go on. Oh my dear god. What is that anyway? 25 card deck when she played that? 7, 14, 21. It's like a 1 in... What? 5 chance? Oh my... Holy... Are you kidding me? This is amazing. This is... Holy Jesus. Oh my god. I don't have any words for what is happening right now. I spent ages making the most consistent Archie's Omastar list I could possibly come up with, and this woman has just hit 3 old Amber Aerodactyls in one game. Welcome to PTCGO. Oh my god. This might be the best game I've ever played. Go on, double puzzle for some more old Ambers, please. Please do that. Holy hell. I wrote Old Amber off because I was like, this card is bad. You're never ever going to hit it. How about 3 in one game? Jesus. I'm not even mad, actually. I'm impressed, if anything. Oh, teammates for another Old Amber, please. For the 4th Old Amber. Town map. Okay. Oh, that's really annoying. The muscle band and everything. That's insane. That's completely insane. Well, I'll promote this Yveltal. Okay, plan. 3, 6, 9. Back on my way, teammates. I'll check the discard. Battle Compressor away, teammates. Teammates for Reverse Valley. And what am I doing? 3, 6, 9. 100. 110. I'm 10 short. I need like Muscle Band. Okay, well, we'll do that. Teammate's supposed to already be in there. No, it isn't. Cool. Is the third muscle band in there? Please tell me it is. Oh my god. I don't think I can knock out this Aerodactyl this turn. Jesus. Wow. What a game this has been, I have to say. What a game this has been. Yeah. All three of my muscle band are in the discard pile. Wait, target whistle will get me there. Target whistle? I can't remember if it was prized or not. Oh, I didn't even look. Did I discard it early? I discarded it too early. See, this is where 2 target whistle would be nice. Oh man, what do I even do? Okay, well I have to play something. Wait, Giovanni. Oh man, am I really going to put myself in top deck mode though? I really want to take this prize. Screw it. Screw it. All in. All in. Okay, well, Sky return next turn, right? All in. If she's hitting like 3 old ambers, there's no way I can't make plays like that. If I can clear the Aerodactyls, we should be okay. Like, Ultra Ball's away, a Jolteon and a break. I think I'm going to bench Baby Yveltal and Oblivion Wing to it. Yep, there's the Double Colourless. There's the Super Rod. Watch as the last card is another Old Amber. That's probably a Sycamore. Oh, man. Oh, man. It could be Archie's. Oh, she's got the Archie. Finally, finally. This now puts us in a really awful position. A really awful position. Hopefully she just drew all of her Aerodactyls. Restoring Beam. This has been one hell of a game. I think there's only 2 DCE in there, right? Yep, so this is the third one. The end, though. No one owns on the bench. There's an argument for not playing in here, because then she can restore and beam out more Aerodactyls. I think I really just need to limit her options, though. And I need cards, so... There you go. Make my dark Pokemon do more damage. Kind of suicidal, but we're limiting our options for Lysandre, so yeah. Actually, I should check this. 1 Lysandre. Only 1 VS Seeker has been used so far. Wow. Okay, and Ultra Ball away. N. Maybe Trainer's Mail? Yeah, we'll do that. I need Zorua. How many DCE you got left? 1. Sycamore. I like those odds. How many darks I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3. So there's 2 left. If I commit that, they both have to... One of them goes on there, and then the other one has to go on the Fright Night. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. If I do this, I can actually come in with Fright Night. pretty easily. I actually like this a bit better. Yeah, because then I can actually VS Seeker for Giovanni and take the knockout. Watch as the Pokemon Center lady gets dropped. Single puzzle time or double puzzle? What we got? Single. Single. Forget to beam. Go on. Forget to beam. I think there's one left in the deck. Or it might be in her hand. Okay. 2 prizes left. Means our Shaymins are big targets now. But with single puzzle time, do I reckon she can Lysandre? Oh man, probably. I have to N here, right? Do I N and just hope to hit like Double Colourless for the Zoroark? Or do I just Giovanni for the knockout? We won't be punished. There's no way we'll be punished. Can't see it happening. No punish is going on here. None at all. Yeah, we'll do this one. No punishes. No punishes. And there's the punish. Okay, well, look, I can't even be mad about that game. I'll hit the GG. I cannot even be mad about that game. If someone hits 3 old ambers, there's no way I can really expect to win. Like, it's fair play to you. You know what? I'll take that defeat. I'm fine with that defeat. I can accept that defeat. I'm not going to look at her deck. I'll respect her privacy on that front. But yeah. Anyway, guys. This has been Joe from Ubercast. I don't even know what to tell you guys about that game. That was fantastic. Even though I lost, I don't care. Great to see someone else playing almost Aerodactyl. A very different build to mine, but hey, I can't complain. It worked. It definitely worked out for her. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.